How does Arabic media put a positive spin on terrorist propaganda videos of hostages? Last Sunday, Hamas released a video titled, "What Do You Think?" in Arabic, Hebrew, and English. The video asked whether viewers believe the 3 Israeli hostages were alive or dead. After another 30-second clip said, "Your government is lying," the clips ended with, "Tomorrow we will inform you of their fate." These videos included Noa Argamani. Her kidnapping video was widely seen following the October 7th massacre. The next day, Hamas announced the deaths of 2 of the hostages in an Israeli airstrike. Argamani was recorded saying that 3 hostages had been buried in rubble after an airstrike. She says that Yossi was killed and that Hamas fighters extracted her and Itai, but says that 2 nights later, Itai was killed in another airstrike. She pleads for Israel to end the war and for the hostages to be returned home while they're still alive. Hamas spokesman Abu Ubaidah said that the fate of many captives had become unknown. He emphasized that the occupation had failed to accomplish its objectives after 100 days of war. In response, IDF spokesman Daniel Hagari stated, "Itai was not shot by our forces. This is a lie by Hamas. The building was not a target and was not hit by the IDF." Right away, my question was, how does Arabic language media portray these videos? How do they convince their viewers to empathize with terrorists? I mean, they put on a hostage video with a cliffhanger like some sort of evil villain from a movie. Al Jazeera published and summarized the Hamas videos with no overt comment. Egyptian outlet Al-Masry Al-Youm misquoted Argamani as referring to the IDF as the occupation army. The paper drove home the points that Israel killed its own prisoners in Gaza who want the war to end and who were saved by Hamas fighters who have treated them extremely well. London-based Arabi 21 led with, on Monday, Al-Qassam Brigades published a video showing 3 Israeli prisoners talking about the occupation government abandoning them before revealing that 2 of them were killed. UAE's Sky News Arabia described the videos as psychological pressure on Israel to halt its ground assault. The outlet went on to drive home the high number of casualties among Gazans. Israel HaYom agreed with Sky News that the videos were meant to apply pressure. But while Sky News focused on the military campaign, Israel HaYom said it was pressured to agree to Hamas's terms. That nuance is the difference between Hamas trying to save Palestinian lives or cynically manipulate Israel into negotiations. And while Arabic media published the videos and used them to focus on the war's effects on Gazans, Hebrew media focused on the hostages' stories and Israeli efforts to release them. Hebrew outlets tried to be careful with what they reported so as to not be complicit in Hamas's propaganda goals. Ynet explicitly, and in bold font, stated that it was choosing not to publish what the hostages said, given that the words were most likely dictated to them by their captors for the purposes of psychological terror and propaganda. The article features pictures of Yossi Sharabi's family with Israeli President Yitzhak Herzog, and quotes Herzog saying, "You are our nation's resilience. An entire nation is united and united together with you around the duty to return all of the abductees home and to restore the security to all the citizens of Israel." Maariv ran an article eulogizing the 2 hostages killed and pinning the blame on Hamas. A sad end, Yossi Sharabi and Itai Sibirsky were murdered in Hamas captivity in Gaza. Hamas claims that they were killed by the IDF bombings, claims which the IDF spokesperson denied last night. Of course they blame the IDF. Why wouldn't they do it? It's typical of Hamas. Ultimately, these sickening videos are meant to exacerbate divisions between Israelis over what price should be paid to bring the hostages home alive. Should Israel give up on its military aim of destroying Hamas in exchange for the hostages? Should Israel release thousands of terrorists from prison in exchange for the remaining hostages? Hamas hopes these questions will either lead to a ceasefire or stoke the flames of internal Israeli divisions they hope will tear apart the Jewish state from the inside.